thank you so much for coming in to chat. That was a little bit of talk about there. Yeah. How do you find watching yourself on screen? It's a bit of
I forgot about it.
Yeah. We wrote captions for it afterwards, and we're just absolutely taking the mickey out of ourselves. So I completely forgot about it. So I was just laughing.
Yeah, I haven't seen this music video in a while, so it's kind of funny. I forget the whole premise of it. We're like really like swaying when we're playing.
We sat there. We were like sitting there like, what does it look like we're sounding?
Yeah. Creative directors.
Thank you so much for coming in to chat.
Thank you for having us.
You've literally just landed in London, haven't you?
Yes. A few hours ago.
Yeah. Flight was okay?
Flight was great.
It's good.
We had the first flight, we were sitting at the back of the smallest plane I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those ones where they still pedal with their legs. And they said there'd be a bit of turbulence, and there was. Oh, no. And Tom doesn't fly too well, so it was an experience, but we made it.
Yep.
And you guys mentioned before you've kind of been to London once as a band, but this is the first time you've had a proper chance. What happened last time?
Yeah, we kind of got cut short last time. We were here for C2C in 2020, and Mitch had been like when he was younger for a soccer trip, you were saying, right? But we'd never been as a band, and we played some shows in Berlin for C2C a couple of years ago, which were incredible, and the crowds and everything were amazing, and we were so excited to come and see like England, and I was excited to play London, and we were going to Glasgow as well, and then we landed in London at like 7 p.m, got in the car, got to the hotel, and got called by management at like 8 p.m, being like, you guys have got to come home tomorrow morning, and we left at like 6 a.m. the next day, and I just cried all the way home.
So close but so far.
I know.
But you're back now, and you're playing C2C.
We can't wait.
That's this weekend. What can we expect from you guys there?
Just a lot of disappointment.
I don't believe it.
I mean, we're gonna have fun. We're playing just acoustically for this, and the best thing about that, I think, is every show is a unique experience, and it's really intimate with the crowds. We've heard so much amazing things about the UK crowds, that they're so attentive and just love and appreciate the music. So I'm just so excited to play some new music and hopefully see if you guys know some of our stuff that we've already put out. Honestly, we're really pumped.
Definitely. I mean, your songs are so catchy, they just literally get stuck in my head completely.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone will be going home humming along. So how did it all start for you guys? Let's go back to the beginning, because you made a big move, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Music.
We met on Facebook Marketplace like 3 years ago. Mitch was selling cash. No, there's a suburb in Sydney called Seaforth, which is where we actually grew up, and we went to preschool there when we were like 3 years old, and we grew up together. We played like soccer together, we went to school together, and were friends throughout all of it. And then eventually we started playing music around the same time, and we were like the two musicians of like our school at high school. They'd wheel us out for like every event. We'd play like cocktail parties for parents and teachers and stuff, and like whatever. But we were like always just mates, and we would like kind of be competitive rivalry like friends in music. And then eventually, as we got older, we started writing songs together when we were like 20, and our lifelong friendship kind of sparked this like musical kinship, I guess, because we wrote together and we were both like, wow, this is like amazing. Like, I feel like we both elevated each other, and we didn't really realize that we had that chemistry until we started writing together. And then from then it was just like, let's focus on this. We wanted to move to Nashville. We wanted to sign a record deal. We wanted to make a record with a producer named Dan Huff, who we've always admired, and we happened to make these things happen, and then it's led us kind of along the path, and now here we are, sitting here.
Yeah, how did you find moving your life to, such
It's pretty wild, honestly. But I think we did so many trips back and forth, because at the time we were playing like wedding gigs back in Sydney and playing at different pubs, trying to save up money to get us over to the US. And we would come out like a couple times a year for a few years until we signed the deal. So when we actually moved, it almost felt a little seamless, because we'd already built like a nice group of friends, and it felt like home moving into it. But I mean, it's definitely different. Yeah. We're completely landlocked. We grew up next to the beach and the water, so
Mitch hasn't fished.
I fish in the local park.
Goes to the pond in the backyard.
Yeah, such a different lifestyle.
Yeah, totally.
Imagine.
No, but we love it. It feels like Nashville feels like home in a lot of ways now, and we're super lucky to be able to now like travel and like do stuff like this. Like, this is literally like bucket list, like life goal kind of stuff, to even be here and be playing music here. So like, we're super thankful.
So country music, how was that how did that influence your sound from the start? Was that always the direction that you thought you were going in?
Yeah. I think it's funny, because like in Sydney where we grew up, country music wasn't necessarily as like accessible. we'd turn on the radio and it would be like pop and it would be like rock and like whatever. And like both of our our parents growing up would always listen to like classic rock, like Deep Purple, Fleetwood Mac, that kind of stuff. So we were always introduced to like real instruments and like live recordings and stuff. And then for both of us, discovering country music by way of our uncle, Keith Urban, biological uncle.
Yeah,
no, Keith was like the first guy to kind of open the door to country music for us. And I think when we both discovered that, we were like, this is what we've been searching for, because we love the sonics and we love the storytelling and the songwriting and everything. And then we just dived down like the rabbit hole of country music, and it just opened up this whole world. And we were like, this is it. Like, this is what we've been searching for. And so it kind of answered a lot of questions for us. And then, yeah, it was a no-brainer. And so we kind of feel like we have slightly different influences from growing up in Sydney, you know, and I imagine for, you know, country artists over here and stuff, like the influence is quite broad. And so we go to Nashville and we have like a sort of different take on what country music is to us, but that's exciting because we're trying to do something that's unique to us too. So
yeah, well, thank goodness for Uncle Keith.
Uncle Keith,
He did well.
So your latest song is called Good Beer. Let's just take a quick listen to that with Jordan Davis.
hey.
And the right drive is a slow one down on back road, baby. I know that the hotel's for the home team. Better hold down any more jeans, and I'm damn sure that the day's done with a good beer, and a good beer is a cold.
Good Beer. Mitch, I can't possibly think what this one's about.
It's a tough one. It's really cryptic. It's a long lost story about a man that was lost in the woods in Siberia somewhere. But no, all these video clips.
I forget.
We have
so-
a lot of fun in the video clips.
When you do
That's
like a music
some of
video,
the stupidest stuff.
you get so like in the like mode of it when you're doing it, when you're like kind of coming up with the treatment and whatever, and then I forget about.
I feel like once we do it, it's like watch it once and then kind of
Done.
sit and forget.
Yeah,
but
that's fun. We had fun.
It's a
that
big
day.
screen to watch it on. I like it.
I like it.
It's
Yeah.
quite a big screen.
No, it's good.
And working with Jordan as well.
Yeah. Yes.
How did that collaboration happen?
Yeah. I mean,
That's
we were
our
out on his-
biological father.
Yeah. He's our
Jordan's
okay.
our father. Keith's our uncle.
Right, got
Musical.
it.
Yeah.
Got
We
it.
were out on tour with him last year. He had his Bite Out tour, and we were playing Good Beer we'd just written, and we hadn't released it yet, but we were playing it every night. And I think we always thought with the energy of the song that kind of portrays that it would be good to get someone on it with us, you know, kind of like make it a party. And we were out with Jordan, and we were becoming really close with him, and we've always been such big fans of him. We were like, would you want to get on it with us? Like, is this something you liked? And he really liked the song immediately, so he was like, hell yeah, boys, let's go.
Yeah.
And we pretty much recorded his vocal on it and put it out like within the same month.
Weeks later,
Yeah, but it was really natural.
Amazing how quickly things can be done.
Yeah, totally.
Also, Breakups got over 250 million global streams. That's insane.
Wild.
Yeah, let's take a quick listen to that one.
I said I wouldn't call, said we wouldn't talk it all, but right now, all I wanna do is hear your voice. Pretend it doesn't hurt like hell. Drink some wine and talk about.
So this one was a pretty huge hit for you guys. How did it all kind of happen? When did you realise that this is doing really well?
The therapy session.
Therapy session.
No,
with
I
Tommy.
mean, this song, I mean, like as songwriters, we're always trying to, you know, write songs that relate to our life. I feel like people can smell ingenuity.
Something non-genuine.
Yeah, I guess, like if we're writing stuff that, you know, but this song definitely came from a super, super real place for me at the time that it was written. And it was kind of like therapy on the day that we wrote it with our friends Liz Rose and Cameron Bedell. And we'd written with Liz prior, and she's quite established as a writer. She's amazing, and she's a friend of ours. And we sat down and we started this one idea, and she's like, nah, I don't know if this is it. Like, and she knew that I'd gone through this breakup, and she was like, what's going on with the girl, all this stuff. And so we started talking, and then that's where the story of this whole song came from when we wrote the song that day. But it was super therapeutic. And then I don't think we realized even the gravity of the song when we wrote it. And then we sent it to like our team and stuff, and everyone around us was like, kind of like, this feels like a big song, whatever. And then we put it out, and people's reaction to it was really special. And I think, you know, for something so vulnerable, I feel like everyone's kind of felt that before. And so it was really special to see the reaction thus far with this song.
Yeah, it definitely connected beyond anything that we were kind of expecting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, one people can really relate to.
Totally.
Well, yeah, another song, no doubt, that you're going to be playing this weekend.
Yes, yes, we will.
So you've got a couple of days. Have you got a couple of days in London, or are you jetting off somewhere else?
So we're in London
Tonight.
We're in London now. I think we go to Dublin tomorrow,
Glasgow,
and then Glasgow
Dublin,
Saturday,
yeah.
back to London, and then we're taking a couple of days off in London after that.
Amazing.
So we get to experience
Yes.
it because we're kind of like jumping everywhere, but we've wanted to kind of get like an actual London
Yeah,
experience.
you've got to.
Non-touristy, just like actual like find us at a corner pub somewhere.
Yes, that's got to be done. Have
With
you
the
got any,
locals.
actual plans yet, or are you just waiting to see
Hopefully,
what you find?
maybe you can help us out. Someone else
Yeah.
can help us out.
Absolutely,
Just
I'll give you all the tips.
Yeah, that would
local
be
tips.
great.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully see you again.
Thanks
the
for having
next
us.
year's Country to Country.
Let's
Yes,
go.
would love it. Thank you for having
Appreciate
us.
it.
Appreciate it.
cheers.